What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another live video. And I am in my car because I literally just left my local Savers. So if you guys and gals are lucky enough to have a Savers in your area, which is a thrift store, definitely go on in because there's tons of profit to be made reselling. And I just found a bunch of video games and wanted to make this video to not only motivate and inspire you to get out there and make some side cash, but also to educate you, right, on the simple fact that you can make money going to thrift stores, buying and selling video games to flip on platforms such as eBay and even Amazon FBA. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute to fly on in. We got DSM Tool in the house, one of my favorite drop shipping softwares. Great to see you here, check it out. What's up, Johnny? We got the MT Picker in the house, the Savage Seller. Savage Seller is saying, I never find anything. When it comes to video games, it's a very competitive arena. Everybody knows about video games. There's tons of collectors. It's nostalgic. So it's one of those things that come down to just being at the right place at the right time. And, you know, if you go to thrift stores often enough and you have enough knowledge in a wide array of niches, you're going to find jackpots in different areas from time to time. What's up, Kyle? Pamela, Scott saying my Goodwill sucks. Some Goodwills stink. Some Savers stink. Others are great. Others are gold mines. Others, it just depends when you get there, right? We got Swift Seller in the house. So do me a big favor right now and smash that like button because I'm going to reveal with you about 13 video games that I found. It's actually one title, but this is a fine example of being at the right place at the right time. We got the hustle in the house. John, what's going on? Christina and Martin, good to see ya. We definitely got to set up a time, Martin, to get on your show. Got your message, but I haven't been able to respond back, but we will connect probably after this video and set something up. What's up, Mike? Great to have you here. So I want to know in the comments right now, whether you're watching this live or watching it after it's recorded, I want you to type a 1 in the comments if you are currently selling video games, and type a 2 if you've never sold a video game before. We got Barbara in the house. Great to see you here. It was awesome connecting with you recently at the conference. Anissa, what's up? Swift Seller says, I have no Savers around your area. So Surge doesn't sell video games. Scott doesn't sell video games. Swift has not sold video games. Four-Eyed Hustler saying new video games. Christina, no new video games. Come on, guys. You guys are not selling video games here? Hopefully I didn't misspeak, but put a 1 if you've sold video games before and 2 if you've never done it before. Financial Wolf in the house. Good to see you guys here. So let's dive right into this video. These 13 video games that I found are probably going to net me around, what's 5 times 13? Probably about $65 profit. So it's not a huge home run, but I'm actually going to sell these video games on Amazon FBA. And I'm going to explain a couple reasons why in a couple of minutes. But when it comes to flipping video games, there's a couple options that you have. Selling it on eBay or selling it on Amazon. Now, there's obviously other avenues as well, but those are going to be the most common ways to streamline the process and get the most money for selling your video games. Typically, if it's something that's new in the box and something that doesn't have anything to do with like condition or being complete, I'll usually put that on Amazon. If it's something that for some reason it's selling more on eBay, which it usually isn't, or it's complete, or there's something unique about it that I can't really describe very well, or there isn't like a specific listing on Amazon, I'll sell it on eBay. And Christina and Martin are saying as well, if it's restricted, yes, when you're selling on Amazon, certain brands, certain video games, certain titles are going to be restricted, which means you can't sell it unless you get approved. And that's a whole entire process right there. So if you are restricted, then you'd probably want to put it on eBay. Now, I do want to tell you, when you're selling video games on Amazon FBA, it's very ship to cheap out. I said that backwards. It's very cheap to ship out because it's like subsidized in a sense, and you can put everything together and ship it out to the warehouses. Amazon will pick it, pack it, ship it. Like I said, it's streamlined, it's scalable, and a lot of times you can make more money on Amazon because customers are willing to pay more for video games for the most part, not always, but in general, pay more for products on Amazon versus eBay. And even though the fees are higher, you could typically make more money on Amazon. So there's different instances where you might want to put it on eBay, you might want to put it on Amazon, especially if it's a collectible specific. You've got to really describe it. It's unique. eBay, but for the most part, Amazon. Barbara's saying, think niche. Exactly. Kyle says, going garage sailing. So let me break down what I got in this bag. So I just left Savers. I actually got everything for 40 bucks. Does that make sense? Yeah, about $40. Actually, it might have been a little less because each one of these games were $2.99 each, and I had a 20% off. So then obviously I had 6.35% tax over here. But let me whip these things out. This isn't a huge home run, right? This isn't something to brag about. It's not like I'm gonna be ever talking about this ever again. Just a normal average find, but why not walk into your local thrift store and have some fun and make 50, 60, 70 bucks if you can? So this is 13 of a single title, okay? As you can see, these were all $2.99 each. Again, nothing special. This isn't something that I'm gonna be writing up in books and whatnot, but it's an Xbox 360 game, Kinect. The title is Kinect Sports. This is season 2, and these are all brand new sealed, okay? They're selling for about $15 each on Amazon FBA, and they have about a 5,000 rank on Amazon FBA. So given a buy cost of around $3, selling it for $15 or $16. The keeper charts are a little interesting, so I might go a little higher, a little lower, we'll see, but I'm gonna make an average $4 or $5 each on these video games. Again, nothing crazy, but let me explain. All these games, all I'm gonna have to do is rip off the stickers, put an FN SKU, which is a little label over the barcode, which is gonna be able to identify what this game is when I ship it into Amazon. I'm gonna throw it in a box, I'm gonna ship it off, and I'm gonna be done, right? I'm not gonna have to pick and pack and ship to each individual customer as I would be if I sold it on eBay, which then wouldn't make it worth my time really, because it's just gonna take a lot more time. When you're selling video games on Amazon FBA, especially if you have a single title, you know, I'll log into my Exceller List software, which is the software I use to list my items when I'm shipping via Amazon FBA. I'll scan it once, type in a quantity of 13, pick a price. I don't even have to pick a description because it's brand new, and bada bing, bada boom, the profits are coming soon. You send it off. This will probably sell maybe one every day or every other day. It just really depends on the competition, and you know, there's always risk that the price goes down, but it's a pretty good little find right here. I'll make 50, 60, 70 bucks. We'll see how we do, and it's really not going to take much time. So a lot of people are asking, can I go to thrift stores and make money buying and selling video games? Absolutely you can, but just keep in mind, quite often the competition is going to be high. It's becoming harder and harder to find video games at thrift stores. I think for a couple reasons. I know a lot of older video games, the values are going up a lot. So I think people are getting a little smarter and not donating as much. Hey, DSM Tool, appreciate you. Thanks so much. Also, when it comes to video games, there's a lot of nostalgia that goes along with it. Certain thrift stores are raising the prices on these video games because they're becoming more educated. People buy them right when they put them on the shelf, they sell. So again, I think the main point that I want to make in this video is even though something might be a little bit of a challenge or hard to find, or you might never find them, educate yourself on video games, right? You don't have to know a lot about video games. You just need to know some of the basics. And if you're selling on Amazon, all you've got to do is use your barcode scanner and just scan it to see what's going on and understand how to read the data, read the sales rank, understand how much profit's going to be made. You can hit that in the back-end calculator of the Amazon Seller app, and it'll tell you how much money you can make. If you're someone like Thrift School, who has a great YouTube channel, you'll be able to kind of pick and choose and know right off the bat what's popular and what's not. I'm not super educated when it comes to video games, so I'm looking for certain titles that I either have experience with in the past, or I'm just scanning everything, or if there's something that's unique, like a really weird looking, kind of like a fighting game, or something that just looks outside of like the mainstream mass-produced video games, I'll look it up, right? A lot of the sport games aren't going to be worth money, of course. That's just a general rule of thumb. There's certain ones that are worth money, certain MLBs and NCAAs that are worth money, and even NHLs, just depending on if you're PS1, PS2, Xbox, Wii. There's all sorts of video games out there. So One of the things you could do is you could go on eBay and you could type in or go to the video game category and type in used and start to study the specific platforms, the specific systems from Sega Genesis to PS1 to Xbox to 360 to PS4. There's going to be rare games. There's going to be hard to come across games. It's just such a huge arena. But again, it's going to be a little challenging to find these things on a regular basis. But that's why I say educate yourself. Educate yourself in the different niches, right? And get smart when it comes to clothing. Get smart when it comes to electronics. Get smart when it comes to video games. And you'll find stuff for sure. What are 5 products to sell on eBay from thrift stores other than clothes? I have only done technology like cameras and video games. So one of the things that I love selling from thrift stores, and I actually got my mother started about 6 years ago now, and she's making $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 a month doing it, depending on how hard she's hustling, is books. Books are definitely a great item to buy and sell. Now, you are going to want to flip those on Amazon. There are certain books that are going to sell on eBay, whether it's restricted, it might be restricted, or something that's really niche or a large book set. Lon M, a great item. Shoes, yes. Shoes are an amazing item to buy and sell. There's such a wide variety of shoes. And a lot of times your ASP, your average selling price, is going to be much higher, which is going to leave you more room for profit when you're selling shoes. Matter of fact, one of my good friends, Tino, who used to be pretty active on YouTube, I know he's really busy in his business. I think he did over $200,000 or $300,000 last year flipping and selling shoes on eBay. Electronics, right? Like Saxton is saying, electronics. I actually have a guide that's coming out, and I think I'm going to give it away for free. It's a really cool guide. It's all about electronics that you could buy and sell. So for that, sorry, I had a phone call that came in. But electronics are definitely a great item. There's all different types of stuff that you could sell from thrift stores. Puzzles, board games do really well. Any type of clothing accessory. Now, you might be trying to stay away from clothing in general or accessories like that, but they sell well. If you've checked out my channel, I've had quite a few toy sellers come on recently. My good friend Brandon Farr earns a full-time income flipping toys on eBay, and he buys them from Facebook Marketplace, puts out wanted ads, which we put a video out on recently, from thrift stores, Savers, Goodwill, Salvation Army. Toys sell extremely well, and it takes a very specialized knowledge. I like getting into niches that take a specialized knowledge, or just something that most people don't want to deal with because you just don't know, right? So toys are great. Keep naming stuff, guys. There's mugs. You could flip mugs on eBay. Again, I kind of stay away from a lot of mugs. Antiques, vintage stuff like that do very, very well. Barbara, great comment. 2XL size shoes for cross dressers sell awesome. Yeah, very specific niche types items. Specific niche type items sell well. Bras, they sell extremely well on eBay. Jason T. Smith had put out a video a while ago talking about bras, especially very large ones. I'm sure that there's a specialized niche market for that. So I'm not an expert when it comes to that niche, but keep an eye out for that type of stuff, right? There's all different types of stuff, from car parts. Just walk around your thrift store and take a look at the various categories. But yeah, video games are definitely a great item to flip. I would look on, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, garage sales, right? It's garage sale season right now. Do not pass up on video games, right? Actually, here's an interesting little electronic that I popped on the other day that I'm going to flip on Amazon for, I think, around $100. This is a micro cassette recorder. Check this out. Sony M627. Paid $3 for this puppy at a garage sale yesterday. There is a listing on Amazon for $100. I do have to test it out and whatnot, but micro cassettes sell really well. Kitchen items, right? I remember I came to the Savers, this was probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and I picked up an Omega juicer. Flipped that puppy on Craigslist for, I think, $175, and I paid $30, right? Put about $100+ in my pocket. So many various items. Matter of fact, if you go to greenroomuniversity.com/100amazing-items or rakeandprofit.com/100amazing-items. We have a free ebook that you can download, which is going to share with you 100 amazing items that you could sell on eBay and Amazon. So definitely grab that guide. It might be somewhere down below in the description. Check that out. That's a free ebook right there, which can give you some great ideas. But yeah, so many items that you could flip. if you're asking yourself the question, can I sell video games on eBay and Amazon? Is it still possible? Yes, absolutely. It's just a little harder. You've got to be at the right place at the right time. Make sure you check the condition, right? Especially if you're going to be flipping it on eBay or Amazon or anywhere, right? Make sure if it's used, pull it out, check it out. You know, if you have a disc cleaner, there you go. That'll definitely help out. Appreciate you, Martin. Thanks for coming in. Condition's important. If it's complete, if you're buying and flipping video games that are used, if it's complete, thanks, Barbara. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you. If it's complete, you can typically get a little bit more or sometimes even a lot more for a video game if it's got the manual, if it's got the artwork, if it's got the case, right? If you have a video game that doesn't come with the case and it's used and it's by itself, can you sell it? Yes, I would probably put it on eBay and take multiple pictures. Can you sell it on Amazon? I'm sure you could. I probably wouldn't. Maybe some of you guys can touch on that who have more experience with that. I just don't put video games on Amazon if it doesn't have like the case and whatnot. Lon M says, even empty boxes are good. Yes, if you find certain titles and it's missing the video game, you can sell an empty case because somebody's trying to complete that item. They might have the case, the manual, the art, but they can't, or they might have the art and they might have the CD, they might have the manual, but they don't have the case. Sometimes you get 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks. It's crazy. All the different things that you could buy and flip on eBay and Amazon, and it's just, the list goes on and on. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. Ben says, yeah, sell. Lon says, bought a Pokemon DS 3DS case, no game for 50 cents. I'm assuming it sold for 30 bucks. That's awesome. Neville W said, just saw that you were live, so I dropped to say a quick hello. Great to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's a rainy day in Connecticut. When it's raining out or the weather's bad, especially if it's snowing, those are some of the best days to go to the thrift store because most people are going to stay inside. They're comfortable. Maybe they're listing or watching TV or just snacking. Those are the days you want to go out to the thrift stores. And those are the days where, you know, you find a haul like this. Again, it's nothing super spectacular, but why not? You know, why not go out and find some video games and then make a YouTube video sharing it. So, right, so you make money on the video games, make money with some YouTube, you help some people to make money on YouTube. That's like the trifecta right there. That's why I love YouTube and reselling. It's like you get to help people, you get to make money. It's freaking great. ECO says, I know nothing about video games except Tetris. Go on eBay, start studying. Get the Amazon Seller app, start scanning video games. Get acquainted with the ranks, right? Get acquainted with understanding profit margins and learn how to ship to Amazon FBA and, you know, understand that it's important for these listings to have social proof. You want to find video games that have some reviews on it. You want to make sure that, you know, if you're selling on Amazon FBA, that, you know, there might be 100 people selling it for $5 on merchant as a merchant, and then there's maybe one person at 80. It doesn't mean you're going to get 80. It might only be worth 10 or 15. You got to learn how to read Keepa charts and understand sales history and read graphs and do different things like that, or just look at the eBay sold listings. So hopefully you guys found value in this video. Appreciate you guys. Ethan, thank you so much for stopping by. Good luck. Ethan's just getting started selling on eBay. Got started a couple weeks ago. Best advice if you're just getting started and you're watching right now and you're like, what do I do? Hit the thrift stores, educate yourself, buy. Make sure you're buying the right items. Don't buy a million things. Buy your first 5 or 10 items. Buy cheap if you can. Get on the sale days. Start listing. Get better and better at taking photographs. Put a lot of detail in your descriptions. It's always great to put as many pictures as you can, as much information. Be really honest and accurate with your descriptions. Provide great customer service. Start selling your items and then contact eBay and get those seller limits raised, right? So you can start listing and you know, buying more and listing more. And the more you list and the more you buy and you get those listings up, the more you're going to sell. There's such a strong correlation between how much you list and how much you sell and how much money you make. But you got to make sure that you're educating yourself as well. Go read that book, 100 Amazing Items to Resell. It's free. There is a link in the description somewhere down below. Get that. Make sure you're buying items with a market. Don't get stuck in the trap of buying like a ton of items that don't have a huge market. Because if you have 50 items listed and you're like, well, Steve told me there was a correlation about how much I listed and how much I made. But yeah, you got to make sure that there's a market, that people are buying those items. You got to make sure you got some profit margins built in there as well. Because you could be selling a shitload of stuff every single day. But if you're only making $1 on each item, you know, you're really not going to be making much money. It's not going to be worth your time. Next thing you know, you're going to be back at the Cracker Barrel. So, yeah, hopefully you guys found value in this video. I'm going to get rolling, but thank you so much for watching. If you did find value in this video, do me a big favor and go down below and hit that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know if you have any more tips or tricks, and share the wealth down below in the comment section. Appreciate you watching Cleveland Picker. If you're not a subscriber, for anyone watching, subscribe. Always posting new videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.